Hello, and welcome back to 10 Minutes of Astrology. My name is Shay. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to check my housekeeping in the comments. There's a link to my astrology predictions playlist where this and all the other videos that I have made showing you your future, that's where all of those videos are. I tried to put it in order based on the time period that the things would be happening in. Today, we are going to be talking about Venus in Libra in 2027. So, we're going to start with what Venus is, then Libra, and then we're going to keep it rolling. So, approximately the 14th of September, Venus, which is the planet of love and relationships, goes into Libra, which is its home placement of balance and mental. So, because Venus encompasses all love and all relationships, this is also the intellectual side, which is Libra. So, Libra is an air sign which represents mentality and how you think. And we don't usually associate our thoughts with our heart, but our heart thinks for us on a level that a lot of us aren't connected with or are in tune with. This is kind of what your heart wants and where you desire to go. It's not the gut feeling, and it's not how you think about things, it's how you feel. And with Libra, it's intellectually balancing not only all of the relationships but all of the emotions, how it's coming across. Do we need to stand up for ourselves, or do we need to be quiet? So it's all of the things that you have to think about just in regular interactions and with your own emotions. How are you going to feel about that later? How are you feeling about that now? It's all of the questions. Libras are probably the most, I can't say the most indecisive sign, because I feel like that and Gemini and Pisces, because they're all duality. So I'm not sure which sign is the most indecisive, but it's up there. We're going to move on to some aspects now with other planets. We have it in conjunct to the moon first in Pisces at 0 degrees. So anytime I talk about the moon, it happens very quickly. You're only going to see it for a couple of hours, unless it's like a really intense alignment where you may feel the effects for much longer. But I wanted to start here because it is at 0 degrees and it does happen like immediately. And the moon is how you view yourself. In Pisces, it's viewing yourself with an unsure mentality, an unsure emotion. You just don't even know where you are, who you are, what's going on. And this in conjunct to Venus, which is your relationships, which are supposed to be becoming more balanced. You don't even know where things stand. You don't know where you are. You don't know where they are. You don't know how you relate to anything. This is like very hazy, confusing, complicated, just an environment of unsureties and the lack of being able to make any decision here as far as where to go. You're falling into this. You're not even stepping into it. You're falling face first into this, and it just, so I wanted to start there and give you a heads up that you're discombobulated. We have an inconjunct to Chiron in Taurus now at 3 degrees. And this is your home and your values. So, how you relate in a balanced or imbalanced way to your home now and to your values. It's like you thought that this is the route that you wanted. You thought that this is where you wanted to be, and this is how you wanted your home to look, and this is where your values were. And it's like now that you're confused and unsure, and how you relate is on this teeter totter of confusion and overthinking. Now that is translating into your home life, which we thought we had figured out. Obviously not, because now we don't know what is going to help heal our values and heal our home, because we thought we knew what we were doing and we thought that we were balancing it correctly. And now that we're seeing that all of this stuff is actually imbalance, like where did the stability go, which is a Taurus word, which is stability. Where did that, because we were supposed to be healing these things and now they're out of whack, and now I don't know what I really value and what I really want and how I'm really healing. This is, again, very confusing and very complicated. Especially this is affecting your relationships to the people closest around you, furthest from you. And Libra is legal system. So this may even have something to do with the justice system or some kind of court issues that you may or may not be having. We have a trine to Pluto retrograde in Aquarius at 4 degrees. So the larger scale community, the larger scale friend group that you have, this is at least understanding how you're relating in this way. Like, they back you, they understand that a lot of things are changing and transforming and moving, and they may even also be attributing to those things. So they're at least giving you the understanding and the grace and the friendness and the kindness for you to like crash out in your relationships here, because they know you're going through a lot, especially in your head and how you think about all of these things, how they're thinking about it. Like, it's brainstorming time. We're trying to figure out where to go from here. And this is an uplifting moment because at least you have a community and a source of people around you that are also brainstorming and trying to figure this out with you, so you're not alone. We have a sextile to Neptune, which is retrograde in Aries. So this is very good for the spirit. This is at 5 degrees. And now that things are, you're having a better working relationship with your creator, you're having a better working relationship with yourself, with your spirit. I listened to a podcast recently where somebody asked, when's the last time you communicated with your own spirit? When's the last time that you talked to your spirit, your higher form of self? And this is a great place to stop and be like, okay, maybe I need to change gears and focus on my relationship with my own spirit, not even the higher power here. Maybe it's me. Maybe I need to communicate with me and figure out what it is that I want and I need and what I'm drawn to, because Venus is of the heart here. So if you can align your heart and your spirit and your chakras and your, do all the things, then it's also going to help heal. We have a trine to Uranus, which is retrograde in Gemini at approximately 9 degrees. And I also really like this because it is coming to, even though we've had a lot of chaos, a lot of back and forth, a lot of things that are mental playing over and over in our heads, we're relating with things that we're still trying to balance. Like, even though it seems like a lot of chaos and it seems like a lot of work and it seems like a lot of thinking, a lot of this is in your head, and you're thinking about how you're going to react, how you're going to respond, how you're going to handle all of these things. It's very, to earth and water people, I'm predominantly earth. This is going to be extraordinarily mentally taxing. For fire and air people, this is going to be like, this is normal for you. Of course, you're going to think about all of these things and it works for you. But the rest of us that don't, like, I live in my head, but I live in my head in a different way from y'all. And so being that much in the head to think all of these things through is so mentally taxing. Like, the thought of that to me is mentally draining. But fire and air people, like, of course you're gonna think about it and overthink it, and you're gonna of course you're gonna do all of that. Like, of course we have to think this to death, and we're gonna enjoy thinking it to death because we're inside the chaos anyway, so we might as well overthink okay. But yes, this is actually a good alignment. Again, we're brainstorming through the chaos, and it is electric light bulbs that are popping off in your head. You're getting inspiration, you're getting just information, you're getting insights, you're just all of the things are sparking and flying and wonderful. We have a semi-sextile to Jupiter, which is in Virgo at approximately 12 degrees. So Venus in Libra is teaching. So the way that we relate in this balance and imbalance is teaching the bigger hypercritical of ourselves that it's not going to be perfect. It's just going to be what it is, and it's okay. It's okay for it to be what it is, because we're managing the best we can, we're doing the best we can, we're trying to balance things and have things come into this symbiosis. It's never going to be that way, and that's okay. And to a Virgo, hearing it's not going to be perfect, now, anytime a semi-sextile comes up, I never said that we will always learn the lesson. I never said that the teacher will always be able to teach this. I never said that the student will be able to fully register and accept the information. Just because it's okay that nothing is perfect and we're all everywhere, every place, the relationships aren't going to be perfect, we're not going to be perfect. Virgos cannot handle that, and will likely have they're having a whole separate thing going on with their yods and their meltdowns and all of that. So just because you tell them it's okay that it's not perfect doesn't mean that that's okay to them, just so we're clear. But yes, in this moment, if you can learn that it's okay that your relationships aren't perfect and aren't in balance, and it is what it is, so long as you can learn that and accept it, we're going to be fine. It's those, especially earth signs, that are going to struggle the most with this. We have a semi-sextile to Mars in Scorpio now, which is at 18 degrees, approximately September 29th, 2027. And here, Mars is teaching Venus that you are going to have to act under the shadows, in the background, unnoticed, so that way your relationships can come back more into balance. Your actions need to be a lot deeper, a lot more secluded, a lot more quiet, done more quietly. So that way other people have this room to think, they have the room to breathe, they have the room to, be in the chaos that they need to be. And you need to do your own relating to yourself, your own self-reflection, kind of in peace and quiet and solitude. Obviously, pay attention to everybody around you at this time, because there's still potentially people in your life that you can't trust, and that you're unsure of, and that you need to be cautious of. And even in your relationships, this may be saying, hey, you need to step outside of this entire now Scorpio is possessive in relationships, so I don't know that they won't try to hold on to this relationship and move on and hold on to a new relationship, that they're just so, like, they have their own set of problems here. The base learning that we need to do is we need to work in the shadows, work with our shadow, in order to have a better relationship with ourselves and the people around us. Venus then opposites Saturn in Aries, which is retrograde at approximately 25 degrees. And this can go, obviously, oppositions are where you make your decisions, is either going to work out or it isn't. And this opposition is this the right relationship for me? Am I relating to myself in the right ways? Am I relating to other people in the right ways? How balanced are these relationships? Are these the right relationships for me? And where in the depth of my monkey brain wisdom is telling me what I need to do? Because we've gone so far back to basics that now we're like, okay, at the deepest level, of who I am as a being. Let's strip all the intellectual stuff. Let's just strip it all bare. Is this right for me? Does it feel right? Does it look right? Is it acting right? Are we doing right? Is this good for me? Or do I need to go ahead and cut it? Do what I need to do for me, for the relationships that I want to keep around me in order to maintain this balance? Because are they crazy? Because if they're crazy, step away from crazy. Like, it needs to be back to basics, yes or no. Follow the Aries is your animalistic intuition. It is very base intuition here that we have to rely on. And because we've got Neptune in Aries as well, Chiron just left Aries. Like, we've had a big Aries season, so I'm still leaning towards Aries being the default here that we need to pay attention to. Then Venus goes into Scorpio approximately October 8th, 2027. Thank you so much for watching. Press all the buttons because it's free and I would appreciate it, and it gets this information out faster. Thank you so much. Peace out, fam. All the love, all the love.